Bene, I've been waha. Fancy. Binyamadi de ama. Ben swami to ama. I've been waha.
Hello, lovely family and friends, and warm welcome back to my channel once again. I hope everyone is doing so well by God's grace. Today, I have a fantastic recipe to share with you, right? I'm going to share with you how you can achieve this delicious Zongo, I'm saying it again, Zongo stew, okay? Zongo stew filled with assorted meat, chicken, beef, just a baby womb. I'm also saying. So join me and let me show you how. We're going to start with steaming our meat, okay? So we're going to be using chicken, beef, cow skin or cow foot without bones, something like that. And then a stomach, shaki, okay, or tripe, right? So I start by adding my beaten. I already added salt, so I'll just cover it and let it steam. And these are the other types of meat. That is just two types. This is the yemadia, the tripe or the stomach, and the cow skin. Okay, so I'm going to let that steam. And once the chicken boils or once it jumps over, then I'll add my beef. Okay, so this beef has bone in it. It has some fat, juicy fat around it. It's very delicious. So add it, and I'll add more water to it, and add some. No, I didn't add more beaten. I thought I was going to add more beaten. That's what I would have done. So it means that here, no, my dream baby. So I didn't do it right. Well, unless I was thinking that too much beaten, okay, it's going to overwhelm the stew. That is why I didn't add it, right? I think that was what I was thinking. Anyway, so here are my aromatics, okay? I have ginger, I have garlic, I have onions, I have spring onions, I have leeks, and then my chilies, okay? I'll blend it and it will look like this. So we're going to be using this as part of the base of our stew. Okay, so I've come back to my meat and I see that all the meats, they are all doing very well. We're going to fry it. So I just added some bicarbonate of soda. Okay, this is to prevent splattering, prevent or reduce splattering. Okay, if you can hear, you realize that actually the splattering is no splattering, right? It does really help. Okay, so at this point I realized that the wok or the frying pan, whatever I was using to fry, was too small and the meat was a lot. So what I had to do is to change it to my big wok. Okay, so yeah, so that's why there was a change there. I needed you to see it. I was like, so we know this start to you anyway. So the chicken looks really good. Okay, I will fry the rest, but then I want to show you how I fry the yemadia and the cow skin. So maybe wele, or it's almost like wele, because this is like the cow foot that they've taken the bones out. So it was basically the skin, right? So yeah, so you fry it and it has to look something like that, slightly golden brown, not a lot. Okay, yeah, it makes a difference to the texture of that part of the abuano, the cow. So the skin. Anyway, so the meat is nicely fried, and here we're starting our stew. So I've added some of the oil, the same oil we used to fry, and then I've added some sliced onions and some bay leaves into my oil. So once your onions are nearly golden, then you add your aromatics, okay? So here we add it and you give it a stir. Okay, we stir it and you leave it to simmer, okay? Once it starts to look like this, you see, it's like the oil, I'm showing it to you now. I can see the oil is making little holes and it's bubbling nicely. That is when you add your tomatoes. Because of the color, you wouldn't actually see the changing color, okay, because it's green. When it's changing, the color that we want, and you don't know. So that is how you can determine that it's ready to add your tomatoes, okay? So this stew, as I was making it, I was thinking of making just very little, but as I was making, I realized that it was a lot. So I was making two at the same time, but I was just showing you one, okay? But it's the same. It's the same. anyway. So you leave it to simmer. So this is a different way that I would normally make my Zongo stew. This is a simpler way I wanted to show you. So usually I'll be feeding it with water. So I'll add water. When the water evaporates, then I'll add more. I'll do about 3 or 4 times. But this I added just twice. And the technique here is leaving it on a very low burner and then let it boil, or let it fry. Actually, it's not boiling, it's frying because it's oil we're using to cook, okay? And then once you finish the second round of the feeding of the water, once that is done, you add your stock, right? So making it just 3 slots of local. Usually it would be 5 for me, but now no. Just say I can't really be bothered because okay. So I'm here. That is when you add your as soon as you add your stock, you add your spices. Here I'm using just a little bit of spices because we used a lot of beaten, and beaten has a lot of herbs and spices in it. Okay, otherwise your stew will be overwhelmed with spices, and it will just be overpowered by the spices. So you have to be very, very measured when you add in your spices and your herbs. Okay. So you leave it to simmer again, and once you see the oil settle on top, that's when you go in with your meat. Okay, your meat goes in, and you leave it also to simmer for like another 30 minutes. Okay, on very low heat. So as that is happening, what we're doing is the meat is soaking up all the deliciousness in the stew. Okay, I just wanted to say that for this recipe, the basic ingredients, right, are tomatoes, onions, pepper, ginger, garlic, natural spices, and herbs. Anything else, anything that goes into this stew, it's your own choice. Whatever you want, you can add it. It doesn't have to be exactly as I'm making it. The basic ingredients are what I've just mentioned to you. Okay, I'm only showing you the best method to achieve the most delicious Zongo stew. Okay, so like the green spring onions and all that, leeks, I added, because I had it. That's why I added it. So this stew, I made it for 3 people, okay? So I shared it among 3 people. So that is 2 of my friends and myself. And today, 2 weeks, 3 weeks into it, I'm now eating some. And Charlie, you see the way I'm enjoying it. My people, I'm so grateful and thankful to all of you for stopping by and for sharing with me in this delicious recipe. Even though you didn't taste it, you know that it's nice, right? Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the very next one. Bye. So this stew, you can eat it any day, anytime. With rice is best. Watch it. Amazing. Kinky. Superblos. I did anything and everything. Change it into jollof rice. You are gone. It is very cold. And I'm sitting in my sofa. And I've covered myself with a blankie. And the food is going everywhere. I don't really care because the food is nice. No spoon. Well, when I finish, I wash my hands with soap and water. But then the aroma will be lingering. I bet linger the whole day. During the day, if I feel that I'm a little hungry, then I'll smell it. A little hungry, then I will inhale it from my fingers. Then I will just drink tea and sleep. Because this food to take me through the whole day. Breakfast, Samanda, then you're me. So you see, good stew.